Are you looking to learn about TOGAF? If so, this video is for you. In this video, we will cover what is TOGAF, the purpose of the TOGAF framework, and the phases of the TOGAF framework. And if you'd like more details of each phase of the TOGAF framework, we've got a playlist for you in the description of this video. Now let's begin with what is TOGAF. TOGAF is a framework to help organizations optimize their business performance. So what does that mean? Let me first explain the three main components of a successful business. They are people, processes, and of course, our favorite, technology. The people are those that work for the company, as well as those that buy the organization's projects. The processes are how things get done. For example, how does a company sell its product or service, and how these products and services are delivered. The technology are the systems that support the company and its operations. Things like servers, data, applications, and networks. The key to remember is we can't just throw technology at a problem and expect the technology to help the organization. If we don't consider the organization's people, processes, and technology, there is a significant chance that the new design will actually hurt the business. In fact, if we look at most new architectures, they are complete disasters. Here are some statistics. McKinsey reports that only 30% of all digital transformation projects are successful, meaning 70% fail. And a recent article in CIO magazine shows that half of cloud transformations are abject failures. This is where TOGAF comes to the rescue. TOGAF is about designing systems to support the business and its goals. TOGAF focuses on everything that's needed to be successful, meaning the people, the processes, and the technology. And this enables organizations to make sure that the architectures they choose will actually optimize their business performance, as opposed to just adding cost and complexity to the business. TOGAF does this by creating a process for architects to design architectures that focus on the key issues. TOGAF prevents people from applying technology without first considering how it will impact the business. So how does the TOGAF work? It suggests phases for all parts of the architectural design and development. Let's discuss the phases of the TOGAF Architecture Development Method, also called the TOGAF ADM. The first main phase is the architecture vision. This phase is about finding the vision for the client's business. Now, this is going to be critical to make sure the technology solution will ultimately support the business's goals. The next phase is about the business architecture. TOGAF will then help you evaluate how the business operates today, which is called the current business architecture. And this is where we plan how the business desires to operate in the future, often called the future business architecture or the target business architecture. Now, the next phase is about the information systems architecture. Now, here what we need to do, we need to baseline how the organizations use its data and the applications which they have in their current data architecture and application architecture. And then we have to figure out how the organization wants to use data and applications in the future, which of course will be the future data architecture and the application architecture. Now, the next phase is to evaluate all the rest of the technology. This is about evaluating the current technology systems, otherwise known as the current technology architecture, and then determining the technology changes that are needed to support the new business architecture based upon the corporate vision. This is going to be the future technology architecture. Now, after we've designed this main architecture, now we need to start looking for opportunities and solutions. This is really about finding the technology that's needed, which is often called an architectural building blocks. Now, this phase is about creating the detailed architecture blocks, meaning what are we going to use? So maybe we have a technology like a virtual machine or a storage area network or a firewall. Now, the next phase is about creating what we call solution building blocks. This is where we take the technology that we choose, say a virtual machine, and we replace it with the manufacturer-specific term. So if a virtual machine is hosted on AWS, we'll call it an EC2 instance, for example. Now, the next phase of TOGAF is about migration planning. This is about planning the migration. For example, the timelines, the number of people needed, and the types of people necessary to go build the architecture. Now, the next phase will be about implementation governance. This is about finding the people who are involved in decision making and hold accountability and can control the implementation. The last phase of the TOGAF framework is about change management. This phase is going to be how changes are made and performing an impact assessment on how any changes will affect the business as well as its systems. I hope you've enjoyed this video on what is TOGAF, the purpose of the TOGAF framework, and the phases of the TOGAF framework. If you would like to learn more about enterprise architect or cloud architect careers, please join us for one of our free webinars and get one of our free ebooks. You can find the link to these webinars and many free ebooks to assist you in your architecture career in the description of this video. And if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell to be informed of new videos to help you in your technology career. I look forward to seeing you in another video very soon. Take care.